Did you ever try to use this one?
You asked
Okay. So what do you know about Dreamweaver?
Dreamweaver, I don't know, sir.
What is that? So Dream,
We don't know about anything about Dreamweaver.
no problem, no problem. We will start working on that one. So Dreamweaver is nothing but it is an IDE, integrated development tool or integrated development environment, you can say, which is used for developing a websites. So using this, you can develop a static website as well as dynamic website. The advantage of using this IDE is it will come up with many more integrated syntaxes. If you go with brackets also, it is also having its own syntaxes. For example, if you're opening HTML, so at the next level it will be giving you the closing syntax as well. When you're looking for any CSS, it just by typing a one character you will be getting multiple options over there. So bracket is not that advanced when it comes to Dreamweaver. So Dreamweaver is having its own wide area. So its speciality, it has its code view, it has its design view, and it comes with many more plugins within itself. So we will be dealing this all down the line. So first of all, I will recommend you to go for downloading a Dreamweaver. So Dreamweaver is a product of Adobe. So you might have heard like Adobe is a very big company. It comes with many more products like the one is a Photoshop and PDF and many more things it has. So in the same way, one product of from the Adobe is the Dreamweaver. So most of the companies uses Dreamweaver for designing perspective, and it's not an open source, it's a paid one. You can get the trial version for 30 days by while downloading it. So how to download it? So you can download it from Google in this way. You can go for CS6 is the latest one, and you can go for CS3 also, any one. So I'm going for CS3. So here you have to make sure you are going to the official website, because you can see many more people are trying to provide this, but downloading from the official is recommended. So I have downloaded for Mac. This is not the official one. You can go from here, from adobe.com. Just what you have to do is you have to go for the free trial, and you have to register yourself over there. It is just like getting sign up with some ID which you have. If you have not yet registered, you can register from your own email ID. And for example, I have registered with my ID like my Gmail ID. So it will just add number and do XYZ over here. And after that, it will allow you to download that file. So for Windows, you have to download .exe file, and for others, you, for example, for Mac, you have to go for DMG file. So you please download for Windows. As I have already downloaded, so I skipped this, and once the downloading is done, you will be getting a Dreamweaver icon in this way, DW. So let me show you. I hope it got installed in my applications as well. It will be like this. Okay, so just double click it, you will get the file. So let me quit Dreamweaver and start from the beginning. So I'm just going to double click and start from the beginning now. So this is a window First time whenever you go for the first time installation, it will ask you about the theme, background and all. You can go for the white color background or black color background. This all settings will come at the initial level. So here you can see it is used for developing or designing an HTML document, CSS document, JavaScript document, PHP document, and it also comes for many more things like XML, SAS document, XYZ. So let's start with the HTML document. I just double click on that, so I got this window. So here you can see like the upper window is the design window and the lower window is nothing but a code window. So here you can see if you click on code, you can just have a code over here, and if you click on split, you will be having a design view as well as a coding view. For example, I'm giving H1 over here. So when I type welcome, it's coming over there. Okay, so if you want to change something, you can change from here, and that will be reflected over here. Welcome to Dreamweaver. Just click at the outside window, you can see the changes will reflect here. And you have a live view. Live view is nothing but how it appears on the browser. So you can go these are the three things. And go for live view, split and code. Here you have a toolbar here, and you have multiple menu bar. Here you have multiple menus. For example, if you want to insert any div here, just click over there and go for div. So it will be asking, do you want to create any class for this one? I'm saying yes, I need a class of the name container. If you want to go for ID, you can go for ID. If you want to go for class, you can go for class. I hope you remember, if it is class it is dot, and if it is ID it will be hash. So you can see you got like this. And so here if you go to insert, you can insert the images also. Here you can insert paragraph, you can insert table. If you want to insert any table, it will be asking you number of rows you want to insert, number of columns you want to insert, how much table width you want, how much border thickness you want, what is a cell padding, what is cell spacing. All these things you can just get it very handy. So for example, I want to insert a create a table here. You don't have to type table tr td th, all these things. So I'm going for 4 rows, and I'm going for, let me go for 1 row with 4 different columns here. And width I want to increase it to 300 pixel. You can go in the percentage also. And you if you want, you can increase the thickness of the border. So if you want, you can give 4 over here, and you can give the alignment also, how you want it to be appear. Let's go with the none at the initial level. So I clicked OK. So you can see that you got a table, and this table is wrapped inside a table body. So let me go to split. So why this has been why we got this problem is, let me roll back and explain you. So my cursor was placed at this point, so it has included table at that point. If I press Control Y, you can see it has included from that point. So you have to make sure that your cursor is outside. Let me go again, or at the proper position where you want it to be. So I'm going over here, I'm going for table once again. I'm going for one row with 4 column and border thickness XYZ. So now we got a perfect table here. Okay. So uh, if you want to add some data here, you can simply add data by typing something there. Like I'm giving home, and then the second one I'm giving as uh, about us. Third one I'm giving as services. Fourth one, just I'm typing over there, and then contact us. Something I have given. So here you can see we have this all here. If you want to increase something, hmm, okay. So for example, this you want to make it bold, just double click over there and click on B. It will bold that. And if you want to increase the width of the table, you can simply go for just drag it width and height as you want, you can go. So you can see like whatever I'm doing, that changes will affect here. So if I press Ctrl Z here, the width was earlier 300, and once I made a change, the width got increased to 981 and the height got increased to some extent. And I have made it bold over here, so the strong tag got inserted here. So all these things are automated. It's very handy to develop a website using this. And so like this, let me go for this. What I have downloaded is the latest one, and what I was earlier working on is the old version. So they have slightly changed the tools format here, so we don't have to worry about that. The menus, all these things, they have slightly changed, so I'm just worrying about what is placed at what point. Guys, you are hearing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I hope you are following also.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, so here we go now. Mm, yeah, this is what about the table, and much more we can do with this one. Not only this, I'm just looking for some options here. Yeah, CSS designer. Okay, uh yeah, let me go to the next point. I'm just bringing the cursor back. So this is what about a table. In the same way, we have many more things over here. If you go to insert, for example, I want to insert an image here. So just select an image. I don't have any good image. Go for some good images. Hmm. Download one image. Background images. Want to go for this image. Save image. Save desktop. Background. So I'm going to image tag here again. Is that, yeah, here we go. Go to desktop to make a document. Document should be saved first. Okay. So you can see here, right? The image got inserted, and the width and the height and the alternative text, everything got inserted over here. So if you want to apply any CSS with class, like image class I'm giving. So if you want to define in page, you can define in page as well, or else you can create a separate CSS file. So separate CSS file is again an external file. Else if you want to define in the same folder, you can define in the same folder. So define in page means it will create there, and create a new CSS file means it will create a new CSS file, and it will ask where should I save it. So I'm going to documents. Let me save it in desktop. So I'm giving the name as one.css. So it is saving in desktop here. So I'm saying yes, save. So it's already there. Do you want to replace? Yes. I'm just clicking OK here. And here you can see like one.css we have saved over there. So we have, it has created a image for that. So just now we have created a, sorry, CSS by default is written over here. Okay. And you can see like by it has imported the CSS also. And image class we have given. Let me check whether we are calling this image class or not. So it's calling dot top. So we are not using dot top over here. So let me create one class over here. Dot image class, and I'm going to just define something width as something like 500 pixel, and we can see just by typing a character we are getting all the letters over there. 500 pixel width is defined, as well as height I have defined over here. So let me go to, let me save this file as well. I'm saving, I have to make sure that the CSS and this file should be in the same place. Even though if I'm not saving at the same place, it has given the relative path here where this relative file is stored. So I am just trying to save this file. I would like to save in morning batch. I'm going to give the name as uh, dreamweaver.html. Okay, now it is giving some helping tip to me, closing that one. So I would like to see live. You can see it's over here. So here we have given 500 pixel and 500 pixel. So let me remove, we don't need this width again. Save this and go for live. Got it like this. So let's do one thing. Let's make this image as a background image. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this image in the background. So background image will come under the body tag. So what I'm typing here is background hyphen image and image URL. You can see you will be getting a browse button here. Just images in desktop. So here we go. Background image linear radical repeating. So you can go in this way. Let me save this and go back to the source code. I'm just going to remove this because we don't need, as we have placed the image at the background level. So this is just for to learn where we have, yes, dreamweaver.html. Okay, so for example here, select this and here let me apply some CSS here. We have a table here, so let me apply some CSS on the table tag. If you're applying anything on tag, what does it mean? It means that it is applicable for entire table. So when I'm saying color, so it will be for the font which is used, elements which are used over there. And if I say background color, means it will take the complete area. Okay, so you can provide alignment and much more, whatever CSS which you have dealt over there. So let me go back to the source code. Like that we have so many things like ordered list you can access, unordered list you can access, hyperlink, header, navigation, much more, forms. Let me go for form here. So in this form again, what I'm going to do is we need some username and password, right? So we need a text field, so it will be writing a text over there. So if you want, you can just write username and then you can just give a break here and password. Again, go to insert, form. So text you want, email you want, password you want. So password you got over there. So you need an email. Just go there. Click on email. You will get email. And in the same way, if you want to insert some buttons here, you can go for button. You want submit button. If you want reset button, you can just click over there, and you have to go for, oops, I missed that. Go for here. Oh yeah, form reset button. Okay, so this is what we have. And if you want a file button, upload resume. These are the helping tips we have. File here, so you can just click on this. Let me save this and refresh here. Click on this and you can upload your file here. You will be getting some file. Okay. In the same way, you can go for header, you can go for footer. So what is header and footer? If you want something to be displayed at the top of the page, then that is called as header. And if you want it to be displayed at the bottom of the page, then it is called as a footer. So that you can go like this, like at the start of the tag or at the end of the tag. Something, if you write a CSS, that will be applied over there. So I want you to do this from your side. There are many more things which we can do from here. So designing of website is very easy by using this concept. And if you go for, you should make a practice of working on this tools like a Bracket, WebStorm, Adobe Dreamweaver, like that. Any one id you have to use, and the id which is widely used in the market for designing perspective is like Dreamweaver only. If you are going to add some experience on your resume, I request you to start practicing on this one, because one advantage of this is we don't have to remember the entire syntaxes. Just we have to remember the concept. The syntax will be provided by the Dreamweaver itself. So this is one advantage over here. So whatever you have tried to access from there, the same thing you can access from here as well. So if you want something to be a paragraph here, so just click on paragraph, you will get, so you can see paragraph got added here. Again, make sure that you are placing your cursor at the correct position. So what it happens, sometimes we place it here, so it will add it over there. So before adding, you have to place your cursor in a proper way. And yeah, we can use this going forward. It's not over. Now from here onwards, we will be using Dreamweaver for writing the scripting code as well. So here we have source. Okay. So now I'm quickly switching to JavaScript because I need to start JavaScript parallelly as well. So any questions up to here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So I suggest you to go for designing of your website using this tool. It will be hard for you at the initial time. As you are used to with this, then it will be easy for you because you are habituated of Notepad plus plus and all that. But once you start using this one, then you will be a very fond of this one. Then you will forget about Notepad. So why I have taken Notepad at the initial level is you should remember the syntaxes. You should remember the text which we are writing in the CSS, HTML or XYZ. So if we go directly, then you will not remember anything. So coding at the Notepad is very good, but when it comes to the professional level, you should code at the IDE level only. Either it is a Dreamweaver or it is a brackets. So I'm just quickly moving to the next side. Mm, yeah, today we are going to start about JavaScript. Any questions on that Dreamweaver side? I will be taking more on this one tomorrow. We will be designing one sample website using a Dreamweaver in the first 20 minutes, and then remaining 40 minutes will give to the this one JavaScript.
No, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we are good in shape.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
uh, okay, chalo. What do you know about JavaScript, guys? Let me ask Rakesh, I'm
Uh,
sorry. Yeah,
yes,
Rakesh,
sir.
what do you?
It's a scripting language.
Perfect. It's a scripting language. What is the use of this scripting language? Why this is introduced?
Uh, I don't know, sir, actually.
No problem, no problem. I should know at what level you people are standing so that I will go from there, as I said you earlier also. Yeah, Raj, add 10 to 15
It's
lines on.
scripting language and programming language, sir, both.
Okay,
It's the only language, I guess, they use for me, which we can code in web.
perfect, perfect. Yeah, it's a only language which we can code in web. Perfect, very good answer. Why do we need to code on web?
Why? To make the page dynamic and something like that.
Correct, correct. In order to make a page dynamic, we are coding on dev. Let me explain you some more things. Why do we really need to code on dev? Uh, for example, let me take one website in that case, like in.yahoo.com. I don't think here. So what I'm doing is I'm typing next here. So what is happening? I'm getting some validation error. What it is saying? Sorry, we don't recognize this email. Okay, this is a validation error. So what is this validation error means? See, when I'm clicking on next, what basically happens is it talks to the server. It sends email ID to the server and validate this email ID exists or not. And we get some message over there. So every time talking to the server will load the server. It loads the traffic at the server. Okay, if you're not clear with this point, no problem. I'm going to take one example and explain in more detail about that. Before that, let me add few more points at this window. So for example, I have a banking website like Axis Bank or ICICI, where in every second hundreds of requests will come to my server. So in order to avoid legacy or unwanted requests, what we will be doing is we will be using a scripting language. So what scripting language will do is it will handle small things at the browser level. For example, I'm not entering the email ID, I'm not entering the username or password. So it checks at the browser window and tells the user, ODA user, please enter these values. In spite of going to the server and getting back over here, it does a basic validation at the def, at the web. So by using that one, you will be avoiding traffic at the server. This is one example. There are many more examples which we can give for that I will take down the line. So let me go and code in the notepad again, because coding at the notepad level will help you to learn the syntaxes. Yeah, you are absolutely right. It is the only scripting language which is used for coding at the browser level, that is the web level. So it is the some basic usage of this one is it is used for validation purpose. For example, when someone is trying to enter the username here, and they are entering the number in the username and they are entering the character also. So you want to avoid this. You want to tell user, you want to give a handy message here. Dear user, please enter only characters. Someone is trying to enter the password and you want to follow some standards for the password which you see at the banking level, like you want them to include some special characters at this password, like use at the rate percentile with your combination. Your password should include a capital letter, your password should include a small letters, it should not include underscore xyz blah blah. So your own validation messages you can add by using a JavaScript. So whatever we can do from the JavaScript, the same thing we can do from the server side. When I say server side, same thing you can do from Java as well as .NET as well. So, but the only difference is when you do from the JavaScript, you will be avoiding a traffic here, and if you do from the Java level, then you will be increasing the traffic. Okay, so we have some JSONs and we have so many things which we have to cover down the line. So I have so many plans for you guys for developing a dynamic things, developing a real-time things. So I don't want to go in that as if now. I want to simply talk about the JavaScript. So we are running short of time. When we start speaking, there are a hell lot of things to discuss about the theories and all. We are practical, we are engineers, we believe on practical. So let's start doing some practical things on this. I'm going to start with the concept so-called functions. So what is function? Function is a block of code. What do you mean by block of code? So when we talk in terms of HTML, div is nothing but a block of code. Span is nothing but a block of code. Okay. In the same way, we have something so-called functions. So before going for that one, there are few tips which need to be followed when we are working on JavaScript. First of all, what is the execution engine for JavaScript? So once again, I'm coming.
Console.
Yeah, console. Okay. Any other answer?
No.
Yeah. Let me ask one more question to you guys. What is the execution engine for HTML? When you're writing something in HTML body tag, then that is getting displayed on the screen. When you're writing in title, it is displayed at the title bar. It is not displaying a title tag. So we discuss much on this one. What is the execution engine for HTML?
Body only. Okay.
We have a browser, right? So browser
Yeah.
is a execution engine for HTML. Why we say browser is a execution engine? Because whatever you are writing in the tags, that is understood by the browser. Based on that only it will be working. So in the same way, JavaScript execution engine is also a browser. So now browser is nothing but your Chrome, Explorer, Safari, XYZ. So we don't need any extra plugins at this level. Next point. Yeah, let me add one more small point over here. Then we'll quickly move to one example on this one. Uh, like yeah, browser. Yeah, C language. I have given example. Like let's take Java. When you want to compile your code, when you want to change from .java to .class file, what is your execution? JVM is the execution engine for you. So you have to go for extra installation of Java for that case, because that is a extra plugin that is need to be handled, and that is need to be installed. Then only it will be compiled and it will be run. So in the same way, here it comes, every operating system comes handy with the browser. We don't need anything extra on that. So second point which you have to remember at this level is like whenever you are working on JavaScript, you have to use a script tag here. So when you are working on CSS, internal CSS, what we need in that case, Rakesh?
Style tag.
Yeah, we need a style tag. So this is a steps given, or the helping tips given to the browser, that if it is a style tag, it understands that it is a CSS. In the same way, if it is a script tag, it understands it's a JavaScript. So now in JavaScript, again, we have internal, inline, external, that we are going to in detail down the line in next coming classes. Next, third point, JavaScript code will not be visible. Okay, so it will not be displayed to the user. It will always hide it at the background. At the back end, somewhere it will be hidden, so that we can see where it is hidden. That I will show you later on. So let's start working on this JavaScript now. Again, JavaScript and HTML, and CSS. All these are interrelated with each other. There is no use of scripting language if there is no HTML and CSS over there. In some case, it will be applicable. You can write only script over there, but those are very rare scenarios. And in order to make your website dynamic without this JavaScript, it's very difficult to make it. As I said, again, without JavaScript still we can make it, but it's very difficult, it's very complicated, and it's not preferable. Okay, so I'm going to write some HTML code here. Close of HTML body, and puts of body head. If you want, you can go for title. So where we should write our JavaScript code. So it's preferable to write after the head tag, just like script, or sorry, style. And here we have something like welcome to JavaScript. I'm going to save it somewhere. I'm going to save it at desktop and .html, and I'm going to browser. I'm going to go to desktop on .html. So welcome to JavaScript. Again, you will ask like, what is special in this? We don't see any difference. What we learned till now is getting displayed here. You are absolutely right, guys. We have not yet implemented anything. So we are going to implement now. So we have something so called alerts. So alerts are nothing but the handy messages. I will explain you what is that. So this is what alert. So can someone tell what is alert?
Like
It's like a
something.
pop-up when you open the browser. I mean, like some website or something.
Correct, correct. It's like a pop-up window when we open a browser. So why do we write this alert? As this is a scripting code. As I said you, whatever I write in the scripting code, it will not be visible. In order to get some information what is residing in this scripting code, we will be going for the alerts. Okay, let me go for something like uh, I'm going for label here, enter some text, spell mistake, and then type equal to text and name equal to something like uname. I'm giving ID also here. What is the use of that? I will explain you. And after that, I'm going for type equal to. Okay, let me go for button tag here. Button, and the name of the button I'm giving as send. So let me save this. So I'm giving some text here. Some text is like admin. So what I'm trying to design here is like when I click on send, it should go to script tag. Okay, at script tag we will check whether the name is holding some value, this text field is holding some value or not. Okay. If it is not holding, we will display a message, please enter the value. The message will be either in the alert format or something. So what in short what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to perform validation on this one. What kind of validation it is means to check whether the user has entered the value or not. If the user has not entered anything, then it should be blank. I should give a message like please enter some text. If the user have entered something, then that value should be displayed. I will quickly take few minutes from you guys. For that purpose we have to go for function. What is function? I will tell you. Validation and alert, and this alert is like inside function. Yeah, now we are hearing some new words so called function. Function is a unit of code, a block of code which is used for performing some specific operation. So why we are writing in block of code, I will explain you later on about that. So what is the syntax of function is, so whenever you are defining a function, you have to define a keyword function with function name and with parenthesis. This is a syntax of function. Always you have to follow this one. I will be explaining more on functions tomorrow. So let me quickly complete one example so that I can give some assignment to you. Okay, so I'm saving this one, and what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to display alert inside function. So when I'm refreshing and clicking on send, nothing is working because you have defined a function After defining a function, it's your duty to call a function. For calling a function, you have to use this syntax. On click equals to the name of a function. Okay, so what is the use of this one? It tells like, let me provide in button, because click operation we are going to apply on button. So on click equals to validation. Let me quickly go over here so you can see inside function. So what I did here is, what we are trying to do, that is the first level. What we are trying to do is, when I click on send, it should send this data to the function and check whether the data is this text field is holding a data or not. If it is not holding any data, we have to tell please enter some value. If it has some data, then we are trying to display that value. How it will happen, if you think in functional way, after entering some value, when we click on send, then it should work. So click operation we are performing on whom? We are performing on button. So because of that, I have written on click. So this is a predefined one which is given by the JavaScript. So what it does is, when you click here, it will call whom? Validation. It will call this validation and it will display this alert. So let me do that. I'm trying to display admin. I typed admin here and clicking on send. So when I click here, what it does, it is calling on click of validation. This validation will be called over there and we are trying to display the alert. So this is not our motto to display the alert. Our motto is something different. What is our motto? We have to check whether this field is holding a value or not. In order to check that, what is the first level we have to do? We have to capture the value of this field. We have to check whether it is holding a value or not. For that, we have something so called document.get element by id and union.value. So when I typed it, we got admin here. I got this administrator. So what we have done, we have successfully captured a value. Okay, whatever we are typing, we have captured inside a function. Guys, are you following?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So I will continue from here tomorrow on this one. So it looks like I'm going a bit fast. My agenda is not to just complete the syllabus, it should be clear to you as well. So tomorrow, once again, I will give you a glance on this, what is function, and then we'll proceed further tomorrow on this.
Okay.
Okay, so people who are new to HTML, JavaScript, I request them to focus more on this one, because this is the only area in the software industry where you will be paid more and you will be having more openings and less syllabus. The syllabus is very limited when you go for UI UX. If you go for Java, then you have to learn core Java, advanced Java, Maven, and Spring, Hibernate, Struts, Tomcat, WebLogic. So many things are there. There is a big list. But when it comes to UI UX, you have very limited things. You can get a very good grip on this subject. Okay. So in
Okay.
short, please focus more on this one. I will not be with you always, guys. At end of the day, someday that syllabus will get completed, and it goes end to end. So practice now. Come up with your doubts. Share your doubts. I will try my best to help you. If I am not able to, I will take a help from someone, and I will try to help you. Okay.
Okay, sir.